My name is Doreen Elizabeth Point. My traditional name is Lesbeth. I'm originally from Church House, BC, which is located around the bend from Butte Inlet. Church House was isolated. We had to travel by boat to get to the nearest store. My parents were Elizabeth and Jimmy George Harry. I am the granddaughter of hereditary Chief George Harry. I learned the Coast Salish language from my mother, and my dad taught me the English language. My parents were the teachers about the Coast Salish culture and tradition. In early 1952, I was taken away from my mom and dad, taken from my home and my community at the age of 5 years old. For 7 long years, I was denied the right of being home with my family because I was forced to attend the Indian residential school. At the Indian residential school, we were emotionally, mentally, spiritually, culturally, and sexually abused. By the time I was 6 years old, I had been sexually abused by 2 priests. We were not allowed to speak our Coast Salish language. When we did, we were slapped, strapped, and punished a lot. We suffered from verbal abuse too. The nuns told us that we were dumb and stupid and we would never amount to anything. In fact, when we got older, the nuns said that we would always be barefoot and pregnant. The cultural abuse was so hurtful, and the nuns made us ashamed of being First Nations, and we were taught to reject our culture, our heritage, and our traditions. The impact was so harsh that I never taught my 7 children or my 15 grandchildren the Coast Salish language. It still hurts me today. Indian residential school left many scars. As I grew older, I started to have nightmares about my ordeal in the residential school. I became an alcoholic to blur the awful moments and to block it out. I was a functioning alcoholic for 25 years. The turning point in my life was when I became a grandmother for the first time on September 16th, 1985. I met my granddaughter, Alicia Doreen Point, for the first time. She grabbed a hold of my finger and would not let go. I swear at that moment I could feel the alcohol craving leaving my mouth, my mind, and my body. I have been sober for over 35 years now. I lost a lot of myself in residential school. Today, I am sober. I am in control of my life. I am who I am today because of the changes I made. I managing my life. Today, I love myself. Today, I am a survivor. Each day, each week, each month, each year, I continued to make changes. My husband and I moved to Vancouver and we became foster parents in 1986. We fostered for over 25 years, and we were the first Aboriginal couple on the Sunshine Coast to adopt 4 children in our home. I was one of the 6 women who founded the Federation of Foster Parent Society. I remained on their board of directors as a treasurer for 20 years. This society no longer exists. I have remained busy over the years. I am 74 years old. I am a Tla'amin elder. Both my mom and dad are deceased, along with my sister and 2 brothers, Ernie and Peter Harry. All of my aunties and uncles on my mother's family, the Hackett's, and on my dad's side, the Harrys, are all deceased too. Our son Bruce died on January the 4th, 2014. It is not easy to lose a child. I went into depression and ended up taking antidepressant pills for about a year and a half. I eventually took myself off the pills. It wasn't easy, but I succeeded. On July 13th, our granddaughter, Selena, who had gotten into drugs and ended up committing suicide, I joined a harm reduction committee to get answers of why didn't we or we should have. You learn and you accept. In life, we all face pain. And when you are trying to overcome loss or sadness, it is important to remember that nothing lasts forever. The good times don't last, neither do the bad times. This moment is all we have, so I do my best with the moment that I am in, and remember, this too shall pass. There is nothing that I cannot do. Because over the past, let's say from 2014 is when I started to really get busy after my son passed. Getting involved with Native gatherings and things like that. And when Selena committed suicide, I joined the Harm Reduction Committee. And I also got involved with First Nations Health Authority and went to Vancouver or Mount Currie or Harrison Hot Springs and met with other elders who have gone through things that I've gone through. So we sat around the table talking about our pain, our grief, our loss, and, you know, everything. And the impact on that again was that I began to realize I was not alone in my pain. Other people were going through it too. And I ended up making, Alex was there too, my husband. And we ended up with a lot of new friends, you know, from, you could say Bella and Mount Currie and Merritt, places like that. And I also am part of the team with Kusin Piao, who does the Tahame. And I'm the elder, one of the elders that does the brushing after the ceremony.
Why has it been so important for you to start telling your story, Doreen?
I had to learn to deal with the pain, the anger. I had to learn to forgive. And there were several people that came into the picture who helped me with that. One is Eva and Bill and Hazel, Deb and Dan, my niece Sandra. So there was a few people that helped us kind of get over that first hurdle, because forgiveness, I have found, is a very difficult thing, because you could say, I forgive you. But when the nightmares come back, and they do keep coming back, you find yourself being taken back to when things happened, you know. And so I've been in counseling before the COVID for 12 years to learn how to deal with residential school. And I think that's what helped me learn that I can talk about it.